is an instructional video for Writer's Choice 9.3 Possessive Nouns. Okay, possessive nouns name who owns or has something, a person if they own something, or what owns or has something, say a business or a country or that sort of thing. Example, Rita has a book on history. It is Rita's history book. Rita, apostrophe S, is our possessive noun right here. To form that possessive noun, most of the time, all you do is add an apostrophe S to the end of the word. So the name of a girl equals a girl's name. There's one exception. The exception is if you're forming the possessive of a plural noun that already ends with an S. In that case, you only add an apostrophe. So the habits of animals, animals stands for more than one thing, that's plural. It ends with an S, equals the animal's habits. You just add an apostrophe. And I have a chart here to kind of explain all of this. The two blocks or two rows at the top deal with singular nouns. Most of the singular nouns, you're just going to add apostrophe S. A girl, a girl's name. A country, a country's product. If you have a singular noun that ends with an S, again, you're just going to add apostrophe S. Louis, Louis's homework. Chris, Chris's cat. The different one is if it's a plural that ends with an S. You're only going to add the apostrophe. Animals, animals' cages. The Joneses, the Joneses' car. If you have a plural noun that does not end with an S, you still add apostrophe S. So most of these, apostrophe S, apostrophe S, apostrophe S. The only difference is if it's a plural noun that ends with an S. So let's move on here. When you get to your Writer's Choice 9.3 possessive noun assignment, you'll have the same explanation we just went through in the previous little section of the video. You'll have the same chart. Again, most everything is apostrophe S. The one exception is an apostrophe. Okay, here's our notes again. If you need to come back and look at those, you may. For the first section, exercise 5, I put the chart again. You're going to give the possessive form of each phrase given. Now, for this entire exercise, your first choice is where you add apostrophe S. The second choice is if you add an apostrophe. So let's do number 1 together. Queen Elizabeth reigned. Queen Elizabeth, is that one person or more than one person? That is one person. Does Queen Elizabeth end with an S? No. So most singular nouns that don't end with S, we just add an apostrophe S. So Queen Elizabeth, apostrophe S, reigned. 2, documents, pages. Documents. Does document stand for one thing or more than one thing? Documents is more than one thing. So now we're in plural territory. Does documents end with an S? Yes. So we have a plural noun that ends with an S. We just add an apostrophe. So documents, apostrophe. Let's do another one. Let's do one toward the bottom here. Let's do 16. Whale's bones. Whale's bones. Whales. Is that one thing or more than one thing? More than one thing. That's plural. Does it end with an S? Yes. This is the one where it's just an apostrophe. 17. Cape Cod bicycle trails. Cape Cod is a place in Maine. So it's one place. Does it end with an S? No. So everything is an apostrophe S. Cape. Okay, for exercise 6, it is very similar to what you did in exercise 5, but you have a sentence, and you're going to have a word or words in parentheses that you need to make possessive the same way. You're either adding an apostrophe S or just an apostrophe. Chart is still here, same scenario. So Meriwether Lewis, number 1. Meriwether Lewis was one of Virginia famous people. Virginia is the word we're talking about here. Virginia is a state. One place, more than one place. 1. Virginia does not end with an S, but both of our singulars just apostrophe S. So Virginias. Okay, let's go down and do 4. Jefferson guided Lewis preparations for an expedition. Meriwether Lewis is one person that ends with an S. We're going to look at our chart. Singular, ends with an S, apostrophe S is what we add. So Lewis is. Looks kind of goofy, but that is the one that's accurate. Let's do 9. The team spent more than 2 years' time in the Northwest. 2 years' time. Years. More than one thing, so it's plural. Ends with an S. Let's look at our chart. Plural ends with an S. That is the one where it's only an apostrophe. So years, only an apostrophe. And we'll do one more here. I can do 20. Fremont was married to Thomas Hart Benton daughter. Thomas Hart Benton is one person, so singular. Does not end with an S, but all the singulars, all we do is add an apostrophe S. Thomas Hart Benton's apostrophe S. And that's how you complete 9.3.